this. Can I rotate this out? Orientation is locked. That's annoying. All right, well, I guess we're gonna have to do it like this. This is very annoying. I thought the shit was rotated the other way. Can I rotate this? No, that's flipping the camera. Guys, what's good? I hope you guys are having a great one. I wanted to do it this way, but it won't let me do it. Thoughts of Rome was good. Guys, what's up? What's up? We're gonna have some real talk right now. Oh, yeah. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I just want to chat with y'all about some real right now. What are y'all doing? Everybody's freaking out right now. I'm gonna let y'all come in. Nah. Oh, you got COVID? Oh, damn, bro. That sucks, bro. I'm sorry to hear that. So, I wanted to chat with y'all about. I wanted y'all to chat about what's really good on the channel. So, for a lot of you guys know that I just got a team of editors, which is fucking incredible, and I'm super thankful and grateful. I did a live stream a couple weeks ago about it. We have a team of editors now, which is fucking awesome. So thank you guys so much. What I am doing right now, because for a lot of you that have been on here and been supporting, I haven't really had any type of strategy, right, of really trying to build this and make it as big and as good as possible. And now that I have a team around me, I'm like, all right, it's time to do this, because not only am I trying to, build something for myself and my future family and all that, the people that are now working for me, I want to make sure are compensated properly and stuff like that. So I want to make sure that their efforts are, not going to waste, and the content that I'm making is something that people want to watch. So I'm doing this live with you guys right now because I want real honest feedback on things that you guys, when you guys come to my videos, things that you would like to see. And if you guys cannot leave this up as well, let me know in the comments, like leave a comment after the stream is done. That way we can go through and review it. Because, now that I'm doing this, I'm now looking at other channels and seeing what people are doing, what people aren't doing, and comparing and contrasting into how I'm operating. I don't want to be arrogant in the head enough to be like, oh, well, I do it this way and this is how it works. It's like, no, what are other channels having success with? And how can I either, bring up to par on some of those things, or do things a little bit differently that they maybe can or can't do, you know what I'm saying? And figure that out. So in terms of, I guess my first question is, in terms of me pausing in my videos, right? Because I pause for a reason, right? Like just to get my ideas off, or what I'm thinking in the moment. What I've seen thus far is I'm like the only person that does that, from what I've seen on other reactions, right? I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I want to know from you guys. And guys, I don't want you to sugarcoat shit. This isn't a I feel bad for myself shit. This is we're trying to grow. So we need to know, you know what I'm saying? We need to know, like, what are the things that are good that the viewers like, and what are things that the viewers are like, I really wish you did less of this, or I wish you would have do more of this, right? So this isn't a pity party shit. This is I want to make sure that when people are viewing the content, it's what they actually want to see. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that's first and foremost, right? Because I do know that it can get overbearing at times, right? Like, I'm pretty sure some of you guys have been in reactions that I do and be like, okay, you're maybe pausing too much in this one, right? So I do know that it could go too far, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that it's something that you guys actually want to consume, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the commentary. Well, I appreciate that. And then I guess subsequently is, what in your head constitutes liking a video, right? Like, and the reason why I'm asking you is this: YouTube is a very tricky and simplistic place, and what I've gathered with talking with other creators and people that have some ends at YouTube is, when a video goes out to your follower base, it doesn't send it out to everybody all at once. It sends it out to people. It notifies people on your channel. And then when people watch that video from your channel, depending on how many people are watching it or clicking the video, like, oh shit, he has a video up, I'm gonna watch it. It determines on what percentage of those people actually watch the video, how long they watch the video for, and if they like the video. And those metrics actually tell YouTube if it should share it with people outside of your audience or to more of your audience. Because if it's like, oh, well, people that follow him don't actually watch it, or they're not liking the video, we really shouldn't share this because nobody's watching it, right? So in my head, I'm like, okay, if people aren't liking the video, what inspires you to click the like button? You know what I'm saying? That's in my head of like, okay, well, I'm not saying that everybody should like the video, but what constitutes someone saying, oh yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Just outside of the natural support for the channel, what constitutes a like? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just a real genuine question, because I feel like it could vary from person to person. But I think in that regard, for me, I'm like, all right, what does that for people? You know what I'm saying? And going into what we do on the channel, you know, will obviously dictate that. You know, not everybody watches every video, and that's a duh. You know what I'm saying? Primarily because not everybody watches every anime that I watch either, right? So he said, I want martial speed videos. Got you. I think some people either like videos or just don't. So I think in that regard, it's like, all right, you know, obviously, I obviously want the channel to do well. Like, that's a non-starter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a duh. We all want our channels to perform well. We all want our channels to grow. And that's obviously a main point of creating a YouTube channel, is you want people to watch it and consume it and like it, right? The challenge that I'm running into is, while we're growing, which is so fucking sick, by the way, while we're growing, it's definitely interesting to just see like how it's growing. You know, so I'll give you an example. We're about to hit 200K, which is kind of wild, right? But at the same time, like, I'll give you an example. My Mushoku Tensei video has like 1,400 views on it, right? And like a couple hundred likes. And I'm like, okay, I know there's more people in the community that watch Mushoku Tensei, but maybe they don't know that the video is even up. I had somebody ask me the other day, you should watch, what did he say? You should watch, oh, I forgot what anime he asked me to watch, but I've already watched it. He didn't even know I watched it, right? So I was like, oh shit, okay. So I think a lot of this comes from the likes on the video. Like, people aren't notified that the videos are there because people aren't liking the videos. So if they're not liking them, even if they watch them, a like tells YouTube that, oh, people like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. It's super weird. So yeah, in my head, I'm like, all right, what can we do to further do that? And again, I don't want to force people to do something they don't want to do, but I also don't think people really know how valuable that button actually is for the growth of the channel. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't expect them to, because it's not their business to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you guys as the viewer, it's your responsibility to know how YouTube works. That's not your job. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm asking these questions primarily because I want to make sure that, one, the content that I'm doing is something that you guys actually want to watch and consume. And two, if you haven't liked the video, what would help? What would push you over the edge? Alexa, turn studio on. What would push you over the edge? You know what I'm saying? So I think in that regard, that's where I'm at with it. And I, again, just the real. He says, "It's awesome you break down each anime." Okay, I just want real insight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, we have an awesome community here, which is great, and I want to make sure that we can continue to grow and be honest about shit and grow together. And you guys can see like I don't want to say behind the veil, but understand like what's going on from the production side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all. Like, I think knowing it from that perspective makes, at least to me anyways, brings you guys in on the growth side of it. You know what I'm saying? Better thumbnails. I completely agree. Completely agree. Better thumbnails. I'm with you on that one. Let me. This shit loose. So let me get this shit tightened real quick. Can I tighten it this way? I don't know. Bro, I couldn't agree with you more on the thumbnails for sure. I could not agree with you more on the thumbnails, bro. You know what's crazy is I'm not a graphic designer, and to be honest, my natural design instinct is clean. So it's like I don't even know. It's finding like, okay, what's the, which is why I started to get, I changed the branding of the channel and the naming of the channel and stuff. I needed to get away from the clean tech aesthetic. I wanted to get more into like, hey, this is what we do. This is the anime vibes. So yeah, that's in my head what I wanted to do with it. So let me bring the chat up here because I can't see it on my phone, even though, let me go, let's go live. Does it show this one? It does. Can I see the chat on this bitch? Control room. Okay, let's see. Louise said, flash your thumbnails and video titles. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick because I think this is something that's super important that I'm trying to figure out. And again, this is why I'm asking you guys as the viewer. You guys are the customer, right? You guys are the person that comes and says, hey, I fuck with his content. I may or may not know that it's his content. So, Sidious, what's good, bro? Sidious, bro, I appreciate you, man. So on the thumbnail side of things, because Blackfire said better thumbnails, right? Same thing with Lewis, said better thumbnails. So YouTube channel, bro. Your YouTube channel, bro. Change it. Name that easy to remember. Absolute Geek, and now ssjutsu come on. I'm so confused by what you just said, Quee Red. If you're saying that the name is easier, you actually spelled the old name wrong, which is kind of the point. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, which is why I changed it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Because the content is great. Some people just do reaction for hype, and it's really boring. But you're different. You take your time to break down the vids. Okay. You gotta use the my girlfriend reacts instead of my girlfriend watches. Okay. 25th bomb. I mean, that's definitely for those for sure. My girlfriend reacts, cool. Love the changes, the intro, and having Brie react with you, Jasmine says. I mean, that honestly, bro, like, I wish I could do more partner reaction stuff. I just don't have another person to watch all my other content with. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I could have somebody with me and it not just be me. That would be awesome, but I don't have that luxury. And Brie, her schedule is busier than mine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm lucky to get her 2 days a week, you know what I'm saying? Um, let me see. Uh, I'm gonna flip this around actually. Let me do this really quick because this camera is really bugging me. Let me see. Does it? There we go. That camera is really dick. Let me do that. So I'm gonna do this. Let me see. Can I? Am I in frame? Am I good? Am I Gucci? Is this better? Shit. All right. Just wondering, by the way, what is Bree's career? Bree is a choreographer and creative director. So, and she runs an entertainment company where she creates performances, like entertainment for clients for conventions, openings, all types of shit, parties. Like she's crazy. Um, Mr. Beast looks fake in his thumbnails. That might hit. Okay. Um, by the way, you're talking Adonis. Are you being sub-botted? You're talking what? By the way, you're talking Adonis. Are you being sub? I don't know what you mean by sub-botted. What is that? I know you were talking about editors. Editing is actually something that draws audiences as well. Well, I have editors now, which is so fucking sick. Very excited. The last few videos on the channel, the last week I haven't edited. The only video I edited was Bleach. Everything else has been with the other editors. And we're just trying to find new things which is why you've probably seen a lot of changes in the edits and stuff and trying to figure out what a new way of doing things are. Again, this is just me based off of what I've been researching over the past week. But yeah, I agree. Thumbnails for sure. I need to figure out better ways of doing those, and that's the challenge I think right now is finding how to do a better thumbnail. Because what looks good to me is probably not what's attracting people to the video. Does that make sense? Like, and I think that's the other side of it where it's like, all right, like how do I get into like the viewer that watches anime mind versus like I need things to look clean and balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a challenge for sure. How is the workflow difference for you now to have? Well, right now it's a massive help, right? And I can focus on other things, but because we're in this transition period of trying to figure things out, building a style out for the channel with all the editors that can be on the same page. That's just going to take about a month to just get everything, So I would say once the month is up and we get everything dialed in, then we should be good. Data, I'm assuming that's data from the actual editing team. If that is, bro, is that data from the editing team, bro? If that is, let me know in the chat. Data, if that's you. He said it is. Ha, that's fire. But hey, yo, Data's one of the editors, guys. Make sure you guys show him some mad love, bro. Bruh, for sure. He just said, "What's good, Brody? I think your thumbnails are clean for sure." I appreciate it, brother. Again, I think it's Justin, real quick with the with the super chat. Thank you so much here for the Breaking Bad anxiety-inducing reacts. Fair. AT said, Adonis, you have a lot of charisma, and I think you threw in a bit more of your own personality and style. It may be more to say you've got a lot of charisma, and I think if you threw in a bit more of your own personalities. So I guess that's okay. That's a great segue. So thumbnails, we should definitely dial in a little bit better on the thumbnails and the titles. Okay. Do a thumbnail showcasing your Super Saiyan Jutsu Holified Bankai. You talking about this motherfucker? Talking about that guy in the back? James said, I like your setup. Hey, James. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. this might be a terrible suggestion. Try to think outside the box. Well, here's the thing, right? And so I said, by the way, love the new thumbnail, bro. I've been trying just different shit. So, and I think too is trying to figure out like what's a good thumbnail look like. You know what I'm saying? And like what can I do to create that? Because again, my aesthetic is not the traditional aesthetic that people are liking. So, and I can tell by the click through rate on the videos. So it's like, okay, let's just be completely honest about it. So if 5% of people are clicking on the thumbnail, it's not good. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be over 10. And it's really hard for my shit to get over 10. So I'm like, all right, what in the thumbnail makes you want to go, oh shit? Because if I'm looking at other channels' reactions, the thumbnails aren't anything super special, right? And a lot of times you have some people that are the half of the screen, half of the thumbnail is their face with a big reaction. Sometimes the reaction isn't even the reaction from the video, it's just like a photo. Or sometimes it's a clip from the reaction. And then sometimes a person is tiny on the video and it's primarily the scene. So it's like, what clickbait thumbnail? But I mean, but these are the questions that I'm asking, right? Is like, what does that mean in a reaction video? And then depending on how early I am, then you have people that are complaining that I spoiled them with the thumbnail. So then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do I just wait? Do I wait and don't put the video out early? Because that's what I'm doing with Jujutsu Kaisen for this month. I haven't, if you guys notice, I'm late by like 5 hours. I've been pushing it back to see if it performs any different. And so far, it's performing worse. Movie reactions are popping right now, so maybe those would be good for the channel. Possibly, but again, it's just more so of like it, and you might be right as far as the content. I may need to inject things outside of anime, which is completely something I've already been open to. And there's a couple of movie things that I already have in the docket that I'm going to be doing, thanks to the editing team. But he said, I'm only here for your Bleach reactions. And that's the other side of it, right? With anime reactions, it's one of those things where somebody will subscribe specifically for a particular anime that they watch, and that's completely fine. My thing is more so in the lines of, if you are watching something or you're scrolling, you see a thumbnail, like, oh shit, I need to check that out. That's what I need to figure out. I think is definitely the thumbnail shit for sure. Is figuring out what the thumbnail needs to feel like, and the title. Because I'm like, does the title need the word reaction in it? I don't think it does. Like, other reaction channels that are outside of the anime space don't even put react in them. It's just the anime space. So I'm like, does it need to be that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if I need it in there. And just have something that, you know what I'm saying? It sucks because I love anime, but it's the only thing keeping reaction channels alive. That's actually not true. If I pivoted just to pop culture shit, the channel would do better. And that's just facts. If I pivoted everything that I do now, stopped doing anime reactions and pivoted to pop culture and relationship content, this channel would fucking explode. 100%. I have no doubt in my mind. None. But it's, again, it's doing things that I feel that that would be exciting for me. You know what I'm saying? And the people that the community that we've built here, to me, is more important. So I'm like, all right, well, cool. Like, well, let's continue building the community around the content, you know what I'm saying, that people have came here for. And then we'll ingest things that are overlapping, like the I Showed Speed video, like overlapping spaces, whether we reacting to gaming content or commentary on particular things that overlap the space, then we're good. How would a blurred out version of the thumbnail that got your big react? How about a blurred out version of the thumbnail that got your big reaction would do? Can you elaborate on that? He just said JJK been performing like trash over here too. I try not to be spoilers in the title or thumbnail too, but the views get slaughtered trying to remain honorable. And that's the other thing, bro. It's like, all right, like I don't want to spoil anybody, but at the same time, like, should it be my responsibility for you to stay off of YouTube until you've watched the anime? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, should I just say fuck it and do what I want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, because at a certain point, it's like, it's trying to find the balance. Like, I want to be a good actor in this, but I also am like, I shouldn't also be responsible for your viewing habits in terms of when you watch the anime and while you're searching YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we need YouTube search results to grow. I mean, thumbnails with mouth open like you want something in your mouth. Nah. You gotta so you gotta capitalize on the manga readers like JJK have huge fandoms. So if you do breakdowns and predictions, trust me, you'll do better. Put analysis in your titles and you'll see. Okay. Okay. That's it. I mean, so because here's my thing, right? And so I know a lot of you guys are saying, because obviously I talk a lot. I talk a lot inside of the videos and I theorize all the time through my videos. So you're saying that if I add in like theories or breakdowns in the title, are you talking about doing that type of content specifically? Maybe Photoshop your head on characters. Yo, that's actually hilarious, bro. That's funny. But these are the things, bro, like that's funny shit. That's hilarious. An anime version of himself. Yo, bro, Darian Delgado says, I've been here since Tower of God reactions and the after show with Toshi, my favorite reaction channel ever since. Yo, thank you so much, bro. And that's your first super chat, bro. Thank you so much, man. That means a fuck ton, bro. Thank you, for real. That's awesome, man. Even a body with nice biddies. Nah, bro. Danny said, I was going to say, what if you did like a series of like character analysis of characters that you like to the past and what your perspective of who they are as human beings? Okay, so there's a whole other channel that I'm building right now. You guys don't know about it yet. So I'm actually editing the first video right now. It's on the other side of where my camera is. Let's just say this whole other channel is about adding value to people in the anime space. This is not a theory channel. It isn't, it's not anything like that. It's more so like anything that I create from this point on YouTube, I want to be able to bring value to people. So more on that to come. And I was specifically, and I won't tell you what this channel is until I have content on the channel. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. I've done that in the past, and I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that the content I'm creating here is something I like doing and can do on a consistent basis. But yeah. Tony Bond says, I know about it. You know about it, but you don't know about it. He said it is funny to do some funny like Photoshop and other words something to show personality and funny. That is separated to give new people a reason to check it out. Petition to name Adonis VTuber name be Don-chan. Not Don-chan. Not Don-chan, bro. Get out of here. That's mad funny, by the way. That's mad funny. Oh shit. That's hilarious. Ezra Clan says, love your content. Appreciate it, brother. Miracle says, anime opening reaction. Anime opening reactions are great. My channel would just get slaughtered with copyright claims. So that's the other 7. Best 7 was good. The other thing is certain channels get hit with copyrights more than others. My channel just gets hit with them all the time. So, and my editors right now are seeing how easy it is for my channel to get blasted. I don't think they've uploaded a video yet that has been non-copyright claimed yet. I think everyone that they've done, if Data is still in here, he'll tell you. Like, they'll upload a video and like it'll tell you like within the first 10 minutes if it's claimed or not. And every one of them have to do 2 or 3 iterations. It takes a while to try to dial it in for sure, but yeah, that's just the reality. My channel gets hit with a fuck ton of claims. You do a good job at timing your jokes within the reaction, but you analyze and discuss what's going on, and you catch things for real. Some people just scream for 15 minutes. Okay. So what I'm gathering is the content itself isn't necessarily the issues, but the thumbnail is something, thumbnail and titles. Nuanda said about thumbnails, what about keeping the fonts consistent with the channel instead of the anime itself? I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. You're correct. I think that's very smart. Yeah. I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. And these are things, bro, like I need to find a good font though. You know? James says, no, your thumbnails are fire. Are they though? Like, and look, some of you that are here, you guys probably think so. But let's be honest. If 100,000 people have the video as an impression, 100,000, right? And only 5,000 people click on the video, would you consider that being a good conversion or a bad conversion? If 100,000 people have seen the thumbnail and only 5,000 have clicked on it, would you think that that's good conversion or bad? Let's just talk about facts, right? This is why I'm here, is I want to know as a community, you know what I'm saying? You've gotten better at them over the years, I will say that. Sidious, I agree, but I'm not there yet. Oh no, he hit us with the are they though? I mean, look, like, guys, and I've said this about animes that I've loved, even Dragon Ball. People are like, oh, you're just, bro, I have literally said, you should be critical of things you love. I love my shit. I do. But we gotta speak facts. Right? We gotta speak facts. Are they performing the way that they should be? Well, they're performing the way that they are. So we gotta change something, right? There's something about the thumbnails that aren't hitting. How many of those 100K are still active? What do you mean? So what I mean though is like what the impressions are so let's say Kadunk, if you're on YouTube and you watch a video, you know the recommended thing that pops up on the side or afterwards, that's an impression. So that's what I mean. So 100,000 people had an opportunity to see my thumbnail and only 5,000 clicked. Or when you open up your YouTube and your For You page pops up or whatever and you have things that you can watch. 100,000 people have seen my thumbnail or had the exposure to my thumbnail but haven't clicked. That's what I mean. Put large googly eyes on yourself in the thumbnails, guarantee people see it. That you're probably correct. I like them honestly, so I don't know, maybe make your face bigger in the thumbnails. I get it. I thought you meant 100,000 subscribers. Well, and that's the other thing too, right? Anime reactions, I'm pretty sure Hida and Hustler can attest to this as well. Any reacting channel knows this. And maybe they don't, but anime reaction channels specifically, the subscriber isn't weighted the same as a subscriber to, let's say, Ismahawk, like the film channel that I'm associated with, right? Where when the people go to Ismahawk and they subscribe, they're expecting film. They're expecting action videos. They're expecting it, right? When people subscribe to an anime reaction channel, they may be subscribing because we're watching a series that they watch. But they may not watch any of the other series that we're watching. So that one viewer, that one subscriber is not going to watch everything. They're only going to watch a particular show. So something to consider with the impressions. I have 8,000 subs with noties on, but they're only for One Piece. So as soon as the AOT impression pops up, they're clicking. Exactly, 100%. Um, who are the big anime reaction channels? I mean, just off the top of my head, that I'm so new to actually viewing other reaction channels, and this may come to a surprise to you guys. Like, I've built this channel with no strategy in mind. I just been iterating this entire time. I haven't been thinking of like, oh shit, I want to do this. So, and the content I consume on a daily basis isn't actually reaction videos. I don't watch reaction channels. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch anime content channels. I just don't watch it. So I was like, all right, well, let me see who's in my space. So I really started to really dial in over the past like month and a bit, right? And I've known other channels, obviously. I've talked to people, we're in a Discord server and stuff like that. So I've talked to other reactors, and we share ideas and things like that, but it isn't like I'm going actively trying to understand what they're doing, what I'm not doing, trying to learn from these things. Hasn't really been a focus of mine. So, but your boy Roshi is huge. You know what I'm saying? The Normies is huge. RTTV is huge. Um, um, there's obviously tons of them that are out there that I probably don't even know of. There's a ton of couple ones that are out there now that are massive. Jamie, who used to be Super Mecha Frieza, she exploded. I remember she had started after I did and then just went insane. Same thing with Struck By. They took off as well. And these are the things where I'm like, okay, and there's gonna be other aspects of it too. As a woman viewer, seeing a woman react, they may not want to watch a guy react. They may want to watch a girl react. So that's a whole market that they have. And then guys also want to see a pretty woman react. So they're going to be, oh shit, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole other demo that they're hitting that I just can't hit. And that's completely fine. But it's knowing these things, right? But so I like the normies because they can pretty much watch anything. Right. And that's the thing. Like, and I will be doing more things, by the way. The editors, we've talked about some things already, but there's going to be things. Blind Wave is another one. Thank you, James. So for us, like being able to do movies, live action shows, for sure. I would love more older animes. I would love more older animes too. It's just, do people want to watch older animes? I don't know. And what older animes, right? Like, what older animes have an audience that people want me to react to? Like, have a real audience that are looking for that type of shit. Some people only watch for the simps. Maybe, the Bullcast is for more casual watchers. But this is what I'm saying, right? Like, it's, for me anyways, like, I'm not a me versus them. I'm a, what am I not doing that my contemporaries are doing because I haven't been paying attention to the space? I don't know what, like, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen, like, when I first started doing reactions, I actually ran across this. There's a YouTuber named That's the Bruh. He's a reactor. And me and Toshi and my brother were on the Cyber Hype podcast on Twitch. And somebody was like, we were going to raid a stream after we were done. And someone was like, oh, you should raid That's the Bruh. I was like, all right, dope. I don't know who that is, but let's raid them. So we raid them, and they were like, so we head over there, we raid them, and he's like, oh, thanks for the raid, Cyber Hype. And somebody was like, yo, Cyber Hype is absolutely geeked. And he was like, yo, what? He's like, bro, I started doing this because of you. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, like how I have my setup with the overlay. I did that. Like, you started this shit. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I didn't even know. I had no idea. So, and at that time, I don't want to say I'm the only one that was doing this, but it was, the transparent shit with the bolder, the untransparent subtitles type shit. Like, that's how I was doing it. And then that I just stuck to that, right? So I was like, all right, cool. But over a period of time, more reactors came in, the environment changed, people had better ideas, and I was just doing what I was doing, right? So not evolving with what's new, current, what my setup looked like, because my setup was a tech channel setup. It wasn't an anime reaction setup. So when you have other people now coming into the space that are anime fans and showing their anime fandom, they feel like the viewer themselves is like, oh yeah, I have tons of collectibles and da 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 da. But if they're coming to me and like, oh, like he doesn't really seem like a fan though, like you know, it doesn't feel like we're the same, even though we might be. But my setup was for my tech channel. You know what I'm saying? So it's understanding these things of just not being fully aware of how the environment changed because I wasn't paying attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Um, Donna, she might disagree, but you're overthinking. You're overthinking. Just think about it. I mean, not necessarily, bro. Um, I go off of data. I go off of data, bro. Like everything for me is, in terms of what we're doing here, is data based. So it's not necessarily an overthink. It's I'm actually thinking about it, right? So if the click through rate is low, it's because the thumbnails aren't good. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like period. The channel grows, cool. There is no data for whether your setup is the problem. What do you mean? I'm looking at it from, okay, I'll give you an example. So I think when I started doing Leroy, what's good, bro? Oh no, we are collectively as a community having a discussion on how to make the channel better. And I wanted to reach out to you guys as not only the community but fans of what I do. I was like, well shit, the best people to talk to about this is y'all. So that's what we're doing. Having an honest discussion about it. There's no saltiness, there's no I'm a victim. I don't do that. I'm like, all right, cool. We're almost at 200K, which is fucking insane. And I've done this with no planning, no proper planning at all. Just kind of accidentally fell into reactions and kept growing it. But now we're like, all right, we have editors now on the channel. I want to make sure that their work is one, being viewed, two, is being profitable so we can compensate them properly for the effort that they're putting in and the time investment that they're putting in. So I want to make sure that that translates into money in their pockets, that they can actually do this, you know, without feeling like, fuck, like I'm putting a lot into this, you know what I'm saying? But then also, like, as a community, we can feel more excited about what's to come and put more content out there for you guys. So yeah, I just, in my head, that's the type of stuff that I wanted to reach to you guys out about. So right now we're just talking about some of the detailed things on what we can do. Now back to the question that was brought up about me overthinking in terms of the data about the environment that I'm in. When I was doing the reactions early on, especially to like Naruto and stuff like that, like from what I've gathered, there wasn't a ton of Naruto reactions at that time, which is why my channel took off the way that it did. Which again was a timing thing. Like I didn't know that, I wasn't planning it. You know what I'm saying? But when you're looking at it from a perspective of when when a massive influx of reactors came in, a lot of them were showcasing their anime fandom, posters on the walls, memorabilia, whatever, and it from a viewer standpoint, people like something that makes them feel like them, like they relate to, like, oh shit, like, oh, he's a fan of such and such or this or that. Like we all have that. We all have that innate bias of wanting to vibe with people, like the whole birds of a feather flock together type of thing, right? Like you are automatically attracted to something that feels like, oh, that they're like me, right? So if the environment doesn't feel like that when they're seeing a ton of other content creators out there with memorabilia and posters or whatever, and then they come and see mine and it has none of that. There's an energy feel to that, guys. Like I know it may not feel that way to you because you guys have been here, you guys fuck with me, but from it, like just objectively, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that's for everyone, but that is still a massive thing for some people. If they feel like they can't relate to a person, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Yo, I really want to try Initial D, like hardcore. So I've seen clips of Initial D. I've seen the live action. I actually only seen the live action of Initial D. I've actually never seen the anime of Initial D. How crazy is that? I saw the live action of Initial D 2008. I want to say 2007. But yeah, Mr. I love my name is Mr. Bojangles. I definitely think people subconsciously connect more to the content creator's background than they real. I agree, bro. I agree 100%. 100%. I've noticed already with my channel being the way that it's set up now, even in the same room, I didn't move rooms. This theater curtain has been there since I've been here. And people are like, I didn't know it was in there. Why? Because how my setup was. I had my setup, the concept of how I was shooting it was focused on my knowledge from cinema lighting. Okay, I want it to be contrasty. I want it to be dark, moody. You know what I'm saying? So that was the look. But I wasn't thinking of, okay, does that look inviting to somebody that just wants to kick it with the homies? And I started looking at other reaction channels, and they were all vibrant, high key, colorful. Their memorabilia and their like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh shit, I'm coming at this very wrong, very wrong. So that's what I'm saying, right? And again, I'm down for change. I'm not upset at that at all. Initial Doncha. My man's really trying to get that to stick, bro. The Doncha. Yo, that's funny, bro. I would love Initial D though, just because I love cars, right? Like for sure. Even for watching a new reactor, I would say that the best part of any reaction is the show being watched and the sincerity of the reactor. But the show / movies make a big difference to me. Okay, like in terms of like the actual show itself, or Black Magic said maybe it's because I've never had all the posters and models and stuff myself, but I never cared about people's backgrounds. See, and that was a thing, right? Like, for me, I was like, I'm a massive, massive fan of these properties. But then it's like, I also like a clean aesthetic. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, my aesthetic is like, I want it to be clean, minimal, blah, blah. But adding tons of stuff in a space removes the clean aesthetic. It's the exact opposite of what I like. But does that make sense? But in that regard, I'm like, I also love this shit at the same time. So I was like, I need to find a way to balance it. I agree with that guy. Sincerely reactors are a plus. What? What I respect about you is when you don't like something, you don't pussyfoot around and say, bro, I can't. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do it, bro. Donna Xavier, the next Shikamaru, nah. Ace Over said the actual content being watched and the commentary on it is 95% of it for me. Even for finding a new channel, it's what they say and how it talked about that matter. Okay. Maybe some drop shadow boxes. What do you mean drop shadow boxes? I think the React channels as well, I'm automatically more into them if I notice that they have damn good production value. And that's the other side of it, right? Like, what does production value mean to people? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the other side of it is like, what does that mean? Because I remember when I switched over from 24 frames to 30 frames, you're like, oh my God, like, did you get a new camera? People thought I got a new camera. I was like, no, same camera. They're like, oh man, it's super crispy. And I'm like, the crispness is exactly the same. You're talking about frame rate. This is what I mean, right? Where it's like I have to jump out of my film brain into viewer brain that doesn't know about film. They just know what they like to see. And when people say crispness, they're talking about fluidity. They're talking about frame rate. They're not talking about resolution. When I'm talking about crisp, I'm talking about resolution. The resolution was the same. It was the frame rate, right? To me, a clean camera, good lighting, and a vibrant background. Right. So, but that's always been the same, right? But I think a lot of people agree with you on that, right? Good lighting, vibrant background. But it's like, okay, there's so many variations to that. Genuine reactions at high fluidity in frame rate make the video pop more in layman's terms. Right. So, and that's the other side of it, bro. Like, I love when you draw on your film knowledge. But this is what I'm saying. Like, I want to make sure that I need to translate what the viewer wants to see into what I need to do technologically to make that happen. As soon as I saw the people like, yo, did you get a new camera? I'm like, yo, really? I went from 24 frames a second, which is film, to 30, and people are freaking the fuck out, right? It's so wild. Don's be real with you. I found your channel when the Dragon Ball Legends video got hot, and I loved your commentary, so I literally went back and watched your catalog. That's crazy. You already vibrant enough, glizzy gladiator. Not going multiple people also help because different personalities. Bro, that's I would love to go multiple people. I just don't have multiple people. It's just me, you know. Why is 24 frames a second the cinema standard? There's a it's kind of always been that, to be honest. I think it was a limitation at the time of the frame rate, and it felt more, it adds a snappiness, like a real life snappiness to things because of motion blur and stuff like that. The higher frame rate you get, the less blur you have. In turn, it seems smoother, but it ruins. There's a weird feeling to it where it feels too glossy. So 24 has just been what it is. Bojanga said, I was speaking of the theater art frames that would open up and you can add memorabilia that also lights up on the inside. Just thought it was a way to show things off. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Leroy said the only thing that's a bit off for me recently, especially the last JJK upload, was the noise cancellation of the episode that you're watching. Yeah, so what I do with that, and I've been doing this now for at least a month and a bit, is so copyright systems like to, specifically on my channel, is claim for music. So when there's an audio, when there's music there, it's really annoying. But if I hang on to that for like 2 or 3 seconds, it'll pull it. It'll claim it immediately. I could show you, if I could show you guys how many claims I get on videos, you'd be like, yo, this is insane. I get claimed all the time for music. All the time. It is what it is. I don't know why my channel gets hit like a motherfucker with it, right? So for me, I'm like, all right, well, I'll just isolate the vocal on it, and for some certain parts, I'll have to do that. So the editors right now are just getting used to those things. So they'll dial back as we go. But yeah. Let me see. See, this says, again, your analysis is what sells me personally. Then I got to know you more from the cyber hype with Toshi. You got a lifelong here. Hey man, I appreciate you, Sidious, bro. You're fire as fuck, bro. My favorite reactions are the ones like Naruto, Haikyuu, and Blue Lock, where you related to the content message a lot. They explained why it hit so hard for you. Hey man, I prefer doing that type of shit. I prefer it. I just want to make sure that that's what people like, you know. So I watched your content back when you were doing OG Naruto movie, moving to Shippuden. It was your actual reactions, not the style or anything for me. Okay. Breaking Bad is in 24 frames. Better Call Saul looks like it's in 30 frames. 30 frames per second is distracting to me. Let me see. Is it because of your location? I don't know if it's because of my location, to be honest with you. I think I found you in 2019 with the videos of the first season of Demon Slayer. Your way of analyzing and speaking was what caught me the most. You're the best. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. But I've been sold on your authenticity of your perspective, and it's great, but something that can be tough to market in a thumbnail. I will walk away. Well, I will always watch your content because you dive deeper. And that's the thing. I agree. I think those things are definitely hard to do in a thumbnail. I think the other thing too is like, I forgot who said it earlier, but finding a text that is consistent through all thumbnails, I agree. And then what do I put on the thumbnail? Do I put episode something reaction? Do I just put episode this? Do I just put the number? Do I, you know what I'm saying? Like these are the mental hurdles that I have to figure out. You know, it would be cool doing dance vids to the anime music you like creating specific chord to it. Maybe. Man, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think a lot of people, maybe I think that's a lot of people. You're not the only one. Tom Bo says, when you did Naruto and Hunter x Hunter reactions, you always did the breakdowns and the channel was growing fast. Why is it not working now? I mean, to be honest with you, bro, I think a lot of it came into at the time, like, there wasn't a ton of anime reactors. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's always going to do this. Like, and that's why I think for me, it's like, all right, at that time, there wasn't a ton of anime reaction channels. Now there's hundreds, thousands of them, right? Because to be honest, the content itself is not that difficult to create, right? A camera, OBS, that's it. That's literally all you need to do a reaction video. So outside of that, it comes into what you were saying, the content inside of the reaction. The challenge is that now there's 1,000 reaction channels that are reacting to the same show. So it's like, all right, the main course right here, I still think, is the thumbnail. It's like, how do people see it, that in the title? So I like when reactors put their actual thoughts in the title of their videos. Okay, Jasmine, that's interesting. I think your deep dives are the part of the videos that elevates you from everyone else, but how to market that would be something wild. That's the challenge, bro. It's like, all right, well, how do people know that this is different from another reaction? Why should they click on this versus the other one? Not gonna lie, I felt like you were stuck around 120K for a hot minute. Bro, I was at 130 for almost, I was around 130,000 for almost a whole year. King Royalty, what's up, bro? How are you? Yeah, I agree with that, because the title is the big draw for me. Dopest fight ever or Gojo dropping knowledge. Sir Savage, what's good, brother? This is great insight, guys. Like, super great insight. And I think also too is the No Stars, what's good? I want to make sure, and I want to kind of full circle this back, because I do have to get on some editing shit for sure. But it's making sure that whatever I'm doing is helping get people to hit the like button. That's like, if they subscribe, cool. But the like button is the most valuable part of this entire thing. Is how do I make sure that people like it? I don't know what makes somebody go, I like this video. I'm telling you guys, that's what tells YouTube to push it to other people. If YouTube says, oh, people are liking this video, specifically people that are subscribed to his channel are liking the video, that's the big thing. You know, so I think adding your song into the intro along with your socials was a good idea. I think so too, but you know, there's still a massive, like, I can show you there that the majority of people still skip the intro. So it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? People still skip the intro. The majority of people that watch the videos jump right to when the reaction starts. So, and I can see all that data. I can see when people jump. Like, because I thought, like, maybe I'll just take that whole intro out and just start the reaction. That's it. We don't give a fuck. That's awesome. AL says, I like the intro. I appreciate it, bro. Adonis, you're right. There weren't a ton of anime reaction channels. However, nerd culture is now the norm. Correct. So there's less of a niche market and more people see it as social norm. I agree. What made you go into doing reaction videos? It was kind of just by accident. I started doing them till like I think one of the early ones I did was Superman versus Goku from Death Battle. I saw like one of those and I did a reaction to a trailer, and then things just started taking off. And then when I did the reaction to The Force Awakens, it went nuts. I was like, yo, what the fuck? So YouTube should add an option to where you finish the video, it asks you, you like this video, but that's the thing, people don't get to the end of the video. So it's my job within the video to make sure that people are hitting the like button. But so yeah, it's just one of those things like I don't want to keep, don't take the intro out on, what? Don't take the intro out on Patreon? Oh, you want me to leave the intro in on Patreon as well? Okay. He said, I still every now and then sing to myself trying to get sauced up. Hey, that's hilarious, bro. That's dope. I'm glad y'all fuck with it, man. A said, I will say that I think you would like the content and the way Star Wars Ahsoka is going. And leave the intro. It's cool for new people. Okay. I would love to do Star Wars, but historically, Star Wars hasn't performed well on the channel. And again, maybe this will be different with the editors being able to handle the edit for that. But A said, hey, Brie was singing the intro. I watched it a billion times and laughed because she was into it. Yo, she be into that all the time. Not everyone finished the whole video. I agree. So it's like, you know, I just don't want to be annoying in the video of having like hit the like button, but I think I might need to just have pop-ups in the video for that. Provo to B said, I still think number 1, funny Photoshop, 2, reaction and review, and you should put something funny, witty in the title relating. I'm gonna screenshot that because I think those are really like, those are kind of like the big things that we've been talking about, and I agree, Provo. Bravado, my bad. For sure. The pops are fun and non-invasive. Yeah, I think I just need to put more of them in there, just to get people to, just to remind people. Real talk, your bleach thumbnail straight fire grabs me instantly, but I usually don't even look for thumbnails. It's mainly the title that grabs my attention. But I think that's the thing. Because I was like, in my head, I'm like, do I put, I don't know if I should add like the Bleach this reaction in the title. Like, do I need to? I'm thinking about for this episode of Bleach, I'm not putting Bleach episode blah blah in the reaction. I think I'll just put like a statement and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious. I'm actually really curious to see how that works. If it works at all. Because all the other reaction channels outside of anime don't do that. They put whatever the thing that they're reacting to is, and then that's what they put. You know? But yeah. I miss your Dragon Ball stuff. I miss Dragon Ball too, but there's no Dragon Ball right now. He said Hitsuten. He does a really good thumbnail. Okay, I'll look. Let me look him up real quick. Let me see. I'm just gonna pull him up on YouTube really quick and see. I mean, he's super simple. Super simple for sure. No, this is clever, bro. No. Yeah. No, you're right. His stuff is dope. Yeah. You're 100% correct, guys. Whoever just recommended him, yes. His stuff is dope. Simple titles, thumbnail. Like, yeah. No, you're correct, bro. I'm looking at it right now. Yep. Yep. I'm trying that. I'm trying that. You should drop a community post so there what can be more ideas thrown in later. Well, here's the thing. Like I if you guys don't know, like the Phantom Troop is kind of where I talk about a lot of this type of shit. I go live on there almost every fucking day. We're always talking about shit over there, but I know the main community is here as well. So yeah. The challenge with the thumbnail, like the community posts, not everybody sees them. Like, so, but I agree. I can definitely do. What's the Phantom Troop? Atomic. What? Atomic. You know what the Phantom Troop is, bro? Don't play me, playboy. Uh, you sound waiting so bad for tomorrow's Bleach reaction. Hey, bro. I'm gonna try that tonight, though, guys. I'm really gonna try that tonight, man. He's a Patreon Atomic. At says it's actually not Patreon. At, it's a whole other joint. But Atomic's bullshit. Atomic knows. Atomic knows exactly what's going on. Maybe do a full breakdown of the One Piece live action when you finish the season. I will for sure. I already have a whole video in mind about that, separate to a breakdown of it. But yeah, that idea, guys. Bro, please rate my thumbnails. What? Justin Homie says, please rate my thumbnails. I'm gonna check you out real quick, Playboy. Let's see what this is about. Let's see if his shit is legit. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, for me, it's you have a lot of busy shit. A lot of it's busy. Some things are really clean and some things are super busy. But I think that's the other side of it for me too, where I'm like, I need to figure out for myself, like, how do I stay? Because like this guy that you sent me, Hitsutin, whatever his name is, bro. But I think also too in the name is I might do ssjutsu reacts as the name, or something like that, or Super. I might change the actual name of the channel to Super Saiyan Jutsu and keep ssjutsu as the actual at, so the at won't change. But I think I might change the name to Super Saiyan Jutsu. It just might be easier to remember the. But I'm still up in the air about it. Ammo as good as Persona in Japan. What? City said the One Piece live action has been a highlight for me this year. I agree. So far, I'm loving it. Eddie Martinez says, make it more than just reaction, like anime news, and talk about with your boy and discuss what you watch. I don't know. Hold on, what? Eddie, what you talking about, playboy? Amo says, when the Japan vlogs dropping? I'm editing Osaka today some more. That was the big thing, guys. Like with all the content I was doing, I was like, fuck, like how can I get this fucking... I wanted to get the video out already. It should have been out in August, but I just don't have the fucking time. But now that I have the editors, I'm like, all right, cool, I can spend more time in knocking out the Japan shit. So, and I want to make sure I reiterate that they're not vlogs. And I know you didn't mean it in any disrespect, but I want to make sure people don't think of an idea of me just walking around, hey, guys, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Discussion live streams about certain shows would be awesome. It gets people in the fan base. Yo, I would love to do some kind of after show type of shit, for sure. I mean, to be honest, because we have the editors, I might be able to do some kind of like after show discussion. That's not a bad idea, actually. That's not a bad idea. I just scroll through my For You page, and it seems that a big zoomed-in photo of the reactor's face slapped on top of the most epic moment is the most popular trend. Right. But then it's like, how do I stand out if that's exactly what everybody's doing? How does that then say, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, gonna hire Phantom Troop thieves to liberate Adonis, Japan footage? Nah, bro. Live reaction the day after. Live reaction the day after the episode comes out about your thoughts. A day after? I'm like, wouldn't it make more sense to do it like after the episode drops? Or would it be because it's just too soon? Because I would probably want to do it before I drop the episode, like the reaction. You know what I'm saying? I would kind of want to do like, let's say hypothetically, right? Just in my head. Bleach drops. I then send that to the editor. The editor has a couple hours to edit. An hour before the edit is done, I'm like, all right, cool. We go live, we chat about the shit, and then afterwards the reaction drops. That could be interesting. I don't know. A live discussion about my reaction? I thought it was more so about the episode. A live stream to promote the reaction. That's what I was thinking, freaks. less of the live reaction, more live discussion. Yeah, like when it was Demon Slayer versus Bleach. Yeah. I'm thinking of that as well, or that could be pretty fucking cool. A live discussion will be fire. Best Seven says that's awesome. L says my bad. That's what I meant. I know what you meant. Zest says, how about a live reaction to the reaction? Get the fuck out of here. Not the reactception, bro. Outdoor live reaction with strangers. Yo, that would be really funny, actually. But good way to hype the reaction coming out. Yeah, that could be dope. Technically, you could do live reactions if you do video premieres, because there's a live chat integrated. Yeah, I mean, I did premieres back in the day. Premieres do well, and then they also don't do well. It's weird. After show discussion in depth, afterthoughts are a good idea for myself, at least. I like understanding the mindset, understanding of the reactor I'm watching of the series, and like. So then, okay, here's my question then. What's the point of me talking after the reaction if I'm already doing it in the live, right? So would the reaction just be me reacting, and then once the reaction is done, it's done, and then the live is me discussing my thoughts on the episode? You know what I mean? Bree said, what the fuck going on here? Yo, Bree, we are growing. we're growing, getting that knowledge. I'm out here in my garage, lightly touching on topics and thoughts about it versus the deep breakdowns you do in videos. Justin said, what did your PFP and banner do that in your thumbnail? Justin, what? So, can you retype that, bro? Ace says you saw nothing. As I think a thing to consider as well is that I, as a fan, may prefer things a certain way, but sometimes it doesn't translate to a general audience. I completely understand, but I think there's something in some of this, though, bro. And that's why gauging this information is super interesting and extremely helpful. Cydia says, Bernita, what's poppin'? Juson said, I edged your content. Chill, bro. Make your thumbnails like your PvP, PFP, and banner. Make your thumbnails like your... What is the PFP? Am I missing something? Do I not understand what the fuck that means? You can break down each episode at an intellectual level, turning anime story into real life lessons with a riz of street knowledge. Thanks, bro. Fiki said, in my opinion, some thoughts can be conveyed better after the episode ends, when the dialogue can't interrupt you or might miss dialogue. And I also believe some of your thoughts are being cut in YouTube. Best Seven says, live discussion with the Phantom Troop calling in like on Discord or something. Geekum does it sometimes on his live streams. That'd be so fucking sick, bro. Like, I need to figure a way for me to invite people to do that on the Phantom Troop. Could be fucking sick. Zywavy said public profile pic. Okay. Chris says, hello from Mexico, bro. Love your content and your personality. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, brother. Okay. Some of this stuff is very, very interesting. Very interesting. Um, so it's also turning. So I have zero idea. Oh, we're talking about really. Hey, just so we're wrapping up soon, but I just wanted to say, I'm reaching out to you guys because again, we're really trying to build this crazy for the remainder of the year. Not obviously, but for the foreseeable future. Everything we've done on the channel up to this point has just been me making executive decisions on trying to, improve things, but it hasn't been a strategic plan. And I think now with the editing team here, we can really start thinking of how do we really grow this thing for real. And on top of that, I want to make sure that we can compensate the editors for their work properly. And that's only going to happen if we continue to grow the views on the channel, grow Patreon and the Phantom Troop and so forth. And I want to make sure that they're compensated properly. So I was like, all right, well, the best place to get this information is from you guys, is from the viewers, right? And being transparent in what you guys like, what you don't like, things that I can improve on, whatever, and get that insight from you guys and hopefully be able to translate that into a better product that you guys are more interested in watching, more proud of, and to be honest, will elicit you to hit the like button on a video, because that is what in turn spreads the video through YouTube, is actually the like button. Not the subscriptions, not the comments, it's the like button, which is so crazy, but that's literally what tells YouTube that people are liking the video and that they want to share it to other people. So, but yeah. So so VTuber model win. What do you mean VTuber model? It's always nice hearing other people's perspectives on the anime. I agree. Blackfire to God says, use your other social medias to draw people to your YouTube. So that's the other thing too, is I need to find a way of making shorts and reels of the content. And I need to figure that out sooner than later to start funneling more. Because I don't use shorts at all. I need to start using them for sure. Or for short. So yeah. How long till Adonis changes the lyrics to time to get liked up? Nah, get the fuck out of here, guys. Time to get liked up? I'm done, bro. You're hilarious. I don't like videos unless I'm gonna need them later. I'm gonna need them later? I don't know what that means, but also shorts get millions of views. Shorts get millions of views depending, yeah, I just need to do more of them. I've done a couple of them and they didn't perform. So I think for me, I was like, I don't have the time, but now that there's editors here, I might have additional time to do those things and create the short form content for that. But yeah. Start stripping. Nah, not stripping for the views. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this thing up though. I'm definitely gonna consider the things you guys are talking about. Obviously, finding a better way of doing the thumbnails, for sure. The titles, yeah, those are the two main things I think as well. There was, hold on, let me just make sure I pull this out because I did take a screenshot of this, and it was Pravado the Beast said, funny Photoshop type of thing, reaction review, basically whatever the title is. You should put something funny, witty, and relating with the show. But essentially, the guy that you guys sent me, I definitely think that's a very, very good example of kind of what I need to, the direction I need to go in. For sure. And we'll see. We'll see how that actually translates into, viewership. Zess said, I did that. Yes, Zess, thank you so much, bro. That was a huge help. So thank you. Sir Savage says, let's do a vote. Strip review. Nah, bro. If I remember, the money isn't the same for YouTube Shorts. However, I do believe it can draw. It's nowhere near the same for YouTube Shorts. It's not even close. It's not even a penny per 1,000. But, You know, if it's something that's going to help the channel grow and bring more people to the channel, then let's fucking do it. It's just figuring out what to cut and all that stuff. So for sure, making shorts and pushing those across social media, not just YouTube. I think the main allure of shorts is extra exposure. For sure. Definitely. I definitely agree. I do appreciate you guys, man, for bringing your guys' perspective here. I will leave this stream up. Hopefully, even other reactors that may see this that may potentially learn something from this could be valuable as well. But I also want to make sure, that, you know, anybody else that is on the channel that comes across it can see what we discussed, maybe leave a comment. If you guys have things that I didn't see, please do me a huge favor. Leave a comment in the video of things you would recommend so I can go through and me and the editing team can figure out a way to make these things better. You need to get a cute girl in your videos. That's the secret. I mean, we got Bree in this thing, so, you know, I can't have her on all my videos, unfortunately, but, you know, we got her. We got her big smile, big cheek, you know. Yeah, shorts are translatable across multiple platforms. Exactly. So definitely gotta do that. And what I've seen from the guy that Zest recommended, there's a ton of things that I'm like, ooh, consume that's cringe to force it. Facts. But yeah, please help me with that. And hopefully, as we move forward, these things will improve and we can continue growing. Because we're so close to 200K, guys, and he said have her in all your thumbnails. They're like, where's the girl at? That's hilarious. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, bro. It means a lot. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one, Black Boy. We in this thing, and we out this thing.